Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So yeah, hi. It's been a while since I talked about my locks. I haven't given you guys an update in I don't know how long, but here I am. We're back, me and my locks, to give you guys a quick little update, talk about how my locks are doing, how my lock journey has been so far, and changes and things that I've done to my locks, and also products and stuff that I use on my locks. So let me find my notes. Okay, I've had my locks for a year and 7 months, I think, or a year and 8 months. Either way, a year and 7 or 8 months. And when I initially started my locks, I started out with 262 locks. So I did them with 2 strand twists, meaning I took 2 strands of hair and just twisted it down. That's how I started out my locks. I'll insert a little clip here. Yeah, so I started my locks that way, and I started my maintenance by getting them interlocked by a loctician. Okay, so she was interlocking my hair every 8 weeks, and then we went to every 10 weeks, and then I started doing it myself. So for that first year, I went to a loctician. That was my goal anyway, to go to a loctician for the first year of me having my locks, just because I wanted them to properly lock and form. And then I was like, I can maintain them myself after that year is up. After getting my locks interlocked for that year, I was like, you know what? They are kind of skinny. I don't know how this is gonna do years down the line if my locks are so thin, right? So I decided to combine them. So I went from 262 locks to 200 locks. Now I have 200 locks on my head. And that is because I did not want my locks to be so skinny that they started to thin out and break. And then also, when I started maintaining my hair, I would retwist my hair and not interlock. Or I would interlock sometimes, but mainly I just retwisted my hair. And I just recently interlocked my hair April 1st. So a month ago, I interlocked my own hair for the first time by myself. But yeah, like I was saying, retwisting your hair on really skinny locks, that's a no, because you will probably end up breaking that lock off. So I felt like, let me combine some of them, which turned into a lot of them. And now I went from 262 locks to 200 locks, and I'm happy with that. I'm not going to combine anymore. I like the size of my locks, and once they start growing out, they will look fuller. So let me show you a lock that is still combined, because I combined them, and then after they had been in my head for like a month combined, I went ahead and cut them because I didn't want a bunch of double-headed locks, and then in the long run they start looking weird. So okay, this one is one of the ones that I combined. As you can see, hopefully you can see that it's combined here, this little space here, and then it's 2 locks. And I will end up cutting off one of these locks once I feel like that base is sturdy enough for me to cut off one of those without it unraveling. So that's how I did it. I just twisted 2 locks together, and then interlocked it, untwisted it, and then let it stay like that for like a month, and then cut off one of the locks. And now my locks are combined and at a size that I like. Yeah, that's how I combined them. And then, like I said, I was retwisting my locks, but just more recently I interlocked it. And I think that I should have palm rolled my locks to begin with anyway, because I did start out with 2 strand twists, and like the ends of it of my lock is still very much so a twist, but I'm okay with that because I do like the curly look on my ends. But if you're starting your locks and you don't want curly ends, and you're starting them with 2 strand twists, then you should get them palm rolled, because you can roll the whole lock and help it form together and form a lock all the way down and not be curly on the ends. But I do like my curly ends, and I probably will keep them that way. So I'm gonna show you guys the length of my hair, the back, and then this side. So I also don't really do a lot of styling to my hair. I just leave it, or I wear it in like a bun or something, or a low ponytail, But most of the time this is how my hair is, just because I don't want to be putting too much pressure on my hair. I'm trying to let them form. It's only been like a year. I'm going up, well, I'm getting close to my 2 years. But yeah, I just leave my hair alone for the most part. But I think in this year coming up, I want to start experimenting with styling it more. But yeah, most of the time this is how my hair is. So now let's get into products that I use. When it's wash day, I use the Dr. Bronner's Peppermint Pure Castile soap and the Carol's Daughter Black Vanilla shampoo. So I wash my hair with this mainly because of the scent. I like the way that this smells. Yeah, that's basically it. And then with this, because it really cleans my hair, it makes my scalp feel nice and tingly because it's the peppermint, and yeah, it just makes me feel like I'm really getting my hair cleaned. And I wash my hair twice with the peppermint soap and then once with the black vanilla soap, again just for the scent. And then after I wash my hair, the oil that I use is this oil, and my loctician makes this oil, so I bought it from her, you know, and then it got kind of low, so it was like to right here, and I put some black vanilla, the Carol's Daughter Black Vanilla oil in this bottle, and I just use it out of here because it has this little tip which makes it, you know, easy for me to get down my locks, which is, this is what I do on my scalp, then I massage it in, okay? And then I'll pour some in my hand, like a little bit in my hand, rub my hands together and just go down my lock shaft with it. Then I use this organic Jamaican black castor oil on my edges. It has a little applicator dropper that I use to drop it onto my tips of my fingers, and then I just massage my edges and the nape of my neck, and that's how I moisturize my hair. And then for my edges, I use, if I do my edges, because most of the time they just look like this because you have locks, they're not going to look perfect, but I'll use the Hicks Edge Control mixed with some of the Talia Wajid green apple and aloe gel, and I use those on my edges with a toothbrush. And then the other styling tool that I use on my hair is this comb, and I just use that to make sure that my locks are not bonding together, and also to keep my parts nice and neat in the front. I don't really care what they look like in the back for real. I mean, even though I do check to make sure that I'm not connecting multiple locks to each other or whatever, but it is what it is. So now to retwist my hair. To retwist my hair, I use the Jane Carter's Twist Out Foam. So yeah, I have 2 bottles of this, but this has been lasting me for so long because I only retwist my hair every 3 months. That's just what I've decided to do. And I use this Twist Out Foam. I just pump some in my hand, put it on the tip, like the base of my lock, and then retwist it. And then I use these clips here, just the 2-prong clip, and, you know, hold it in place. And I'll keep that on my hair and let it air dry. Once I feel like it's dried, I take it off. I don't sit under a dryer, but I did buy one of those little attachments that you can put on your hand dryer, and I sat under that the last time I retwisted my hair for a little bit. But for the most part, I just let my hair air dry. Now when I interlock my hair, I use this interlocking tool that I got from my beauty supply store. This is what it looks like, but you can get this off of Amazon as well. And I just, let me show you a little tutorial. You just slide your lock into the bigger piece and then pull it up. So you slide your lock into this opening here, pull it up into the skinny opening, and then it's not going anywhere, and then you just go ahead and interlock your hair. The next time I interlock my hair, I'll show you guys the front part of the process so that you can see how I do it. But like I said, I only do my hair retwisted or interlock every 3 months, just because I don't want to put too much tension on my hair. Interlocking is easy. It's so many videos on interlocking on YouTube that you can watch and learn how to do it. It's easy to do, but the key is to make sure that when you put the tool through your lock, you go all the way down to the base to where your hair is locked, before you pull it through because you don't want to have holes in your locks. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my locks. I will say that they're growing and locking up pretty nicely. For the most part, they're like 100% locked, but like I said, the ends of my locks have not fully locked, but I'm okay with that because I do like the curly ends on them, and I'm okay with that. I didn't want them to be skinny anymore, so I did combine them, and now I only have 200 locks, so I don't know if you would call these Microlocs anymore or just small locks, but I did start out with Microlocs. But yeah, that's just what I decided to do because I didn't want them to end up thinning out, you know, over the years of me having my locks. I'm gonna insert some like pictures and clips so that you can see the difference of my locks throughout, because I was looking at old videos of my hair and I was like, wow, you'd think that it's not really doing much, but when you go back and look, it's like, oh wow, my hair really did grow. Also, just to let you guys know, I did not start with short hair. So if you're new here to my channel, I did start with my loose natural hair, which came to about here on me. And of course, when you get locks, they do, you know, shrink up because they compact to lock. I know it's been a while since I talked about my locks, and I know a lot of you have been asking for a lock update. So yeah, that's it, and I hope you enjoy these little clips and pictures of my locks. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you stick around for my other videos, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. It didn't take me as long as I thought, so that's always a plus. So yeah, October the 5th, 2018, starting my lock journey. So I'm back from my appointment. It went great. I have absolutely no complaints.